Yeah, on Fridays before we do the podcast, do you do any work or is this the first thing of the day?
Nah, I'm usually into my day.
Yeah, it's usually later on for you, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
5 p.m. here, so
Oh, yeah, so you'll be at the end of it. Well, toward the end of it.
yeah,
yeah, kinda. I mean, I've been starting late, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably keep going for quite a while.
Yeah. How
nice.
about you?
Yeah, it's kind of random. I'll sometimes go gym, or if it's been like a busy week, I'll just kind of chill and before the podcast. But today I've just been doing some editing. Just yeah, I'm thinking about because I'm just posting beats on Spotify at the minute. I'm thinking about either paying for some kind of like promo. I found this this service called Intelligent, and they like you just set the budget and they just set up all the ads for you. It was
Okay.
made by like an artist who used to do it, so he kind of figured out all the coding and stuff and how to set it all up.
Yeah.
So I've just been like working on some of that stuff as well, like potentially just dropping beats, putting them into a playlist, and then like promoting the playlist. If that makes
Mm.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
What would you run ads for the playlist?
I think so. Yeah. So I'd probably make like some content around just some beats or something. Like
Right.
um, kind of like a good example. If you look at Traby does a really good job of it. He just posts beats all the time, like a few beats every month, and
Yeah.
then he charges for people to have their beats on the playlist. I probably wouldn't do that at this point, but
Mm-hmm.
it just sounds like a fun little side project.
Yeah, it's a whole nother hustle, that, isn't it? People growing
Yeah,
playlists on Spotify and then charging people to get on the playlists.
yeah,
Like, it's a real
exactly.
hustle.
Hmm.
Yeah, but to be
There's
fair,
also a lot of stuff with.
you go on,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry, go on.
No, you go. No, you go.
I was just gonna say there's also a lot of people who, like, there's a lot of games you can play with Spotify, like, yeah, running ads, and people also pay for people to create little clips, maybe
Mm.
football montages. Like, there's people out there who will just spend all day like creating clips for you,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
obviously it depends how far the budget stretches, but a lot of young people will do it as well in exchange for some revenue if the videos take off, for example. Like, there's different deals you can do, but there's whole Telegram groups for it.
mm.
Hmm.
Like, have you ever seen how when people, there'll be certain creators on TikTok whose videos just, you just see their face on so many different channels, and you'll catch
Yeah,
like the similar headlines. It'll be like, the moment someone realized this, and
yeah.
there's just
They've got
similar
they've got the
headlines that people
formula
are
down,
using,
man.
but it's because
Have you
they're
guys?
using people to, yeah, just to create clips essentially. It's like
Yeah.
how Tate did it
Yeah, have you
in a
guys
way.
heard of WAP? WAP.com.
No.
What? Nah.
So basically, it's a platform, and what the whole game plan is basically the tape model, right? Where you want to just get clips of you out on TikTok. So basically,
Right.
what people will do, let's say you're an influencer that streams on TikTok. Sorry, that streams on Twitch.
On Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way to grow your Twitch is all through clips. So what they will do, they'll do a live stream on Twitch. They will do this thing called clip farming, where they'll just say a bunch of shit in the
Yeah.
stream that is very clickbaity.
Like,
And then
Mhm.
what they'll do, they'll go on
controversial.
WAP and they'll post what's called like a bounty. So it'd be like, okay, clip up my stream. For every 1,000 views you get, I'll pay you $2 or I'll
Yeah.
pay you $3.
Oh
And
shit.
then basically people would do that. They'll clip up the stream, post it all over TikTok, and try and get as many views as possible.
Mm.
And that's how streamers are basically growing. They're paying
That's
people a bounty
crazy.
because it's really when you think about it. If you was to pay that reach on Facebook, it can be to get 1,000 views might cost more than $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But clippers are willing to do it because they'll get $1 per thousand or $2 per thousand from the Twitch guy, but then
Mhm.
they'll also make money on TikTok if they've got a good account. And that's
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
you also see like Kai Cenat, I Show Speed clips all the time because
Mhm. There's so many
they know
different
they're gonna
accounts.
get views with it. It's just
Yeah.
like
Mm.
low hanging fruit. It's easy money, so they'll just post those all day and get all the money from TikTok basically.
That's
But
Yeah.
that's a hack how I've seen people grow on Twitch, and I've even seen DJs do it too. They've been growing through
Mhm.
these clips.
You,
I was looking into it. It's like a very interesting world.
you thought
Do,
about doing
do,
it?
do you guys not get hit up by clippers all the time? I get DMs all the time. People hit me up to clip my stuff.
I think I've had a couple. I've been kind of slacking my message requests recently because there's so much shit in there. Sometimes I think, right, I'm gonna spend an hour going through some DMs, and then I open the first five, and it's just someone saying, "Bro, listen to my beats." I'm just like,
Yeah,
"Ah, I'm
Fair.
leaving."
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I haven't tried it, no, but it does interest me. I just I'm interested though. It's a
yeah.
very it seems like a cool way to grow.
Do you know what? I
Yeah.
feel like because we've been doing this for so long, and we've been doing it kind of like the normal way of just been
Hmm.
like posting and making, just making a video and stuff. We kind of it's not even dodgy tactics. It's just we just forgotten all of like, well, not forgotten, but like we've missed the not missed the but what's the word?
There's some hidden gems out there for sure, isn't
Yeah,
there? Like
we're just not in
we're
up to
sleeping on it.
scratch with like the new strategies and stuff, like what people are actually doing to blow up.
Yeah, but I do feel
Like,
like those ones work a lot better for people who make content like who where they're talking a lot. You know, where it's
yeah, yeah,
streaming or I see like that Ed Matthew, HS Tiki Toki, those type of guys who are just
Yeah.
constantly active saying things. I don't know if it would work the same with like
That
doing
that's
something like
that's
I
the
do.
nah,
only thing I'm thinking because once I already chop up the short from my long form,
Hmm.
and once I've got that, that's pretty much the clip.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna chop from that long form? Really, that's gonna be interesting enough to keep posting. That's the only thing I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm actually gonna have enough content for
Yeah.
clippers.
yeah,
Because it feels like a lot of the clips you see are just real life stuff. They'll be talking to
Just
people in
moments, innit?
public or just going on
mm,
rants, maybe saying something controversial. There's just a lot of talking. So
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know if it
kept
would
on
be the
seeing
same.
yeah, I was just gonna say I kept on seeing this streamer called Marlon pop up like all over my TikTok, all over my Instagram feed, and I realized, oh, it's just like a bunch of different clips, and it could just be something as Marlon Marlon talks to a famous model, Marlon plays football against so and so for the first time,
Yeah.
Marlon
mm,
opens this backpack. Do you know what I mean? It's just like
And
little clips and
eventually, like,
moments, but
who
they
is
all,
Marlon?
if you're posting like 3-4 times a day on your
Yeah.
account, and then you've also got like an army of people posting, that's a massive reach. You could easily
yeah.
get millions and millions of impressions every day.
Yeah.
You
But
see
then how
this
are you
what?
generating the money to pay these people? Is it just I guess if you're a streamer, you're sending more people to the streams.
Yeah, so that's the game plan. You send them to your live Twitch, right? On Twitch, you'll get paid for your subs.
Hmm.
I mean, in the beginning, it's not a lot, but if you're popping and you've got 1,000 subs, that's good money. But
Yeah.
then also, it's like you're constantly repurposing content. So you take your clip, sorry, you take your stream, you've clipped it
Hmm.
up, but then you also break it down on YouTube and you get paid on YouTube as well.
Mm.
Right. Hmm.
You see the Wattpad site is like, is there like any incentive for like, let's say like I just decided I wanted to do something like that, so I did a stream and then I just posted it on there. Like the clippers, like are they kind of deciding who they want to do it to? Like do they go through the stream and be like, ah, this isn't worth my time and clipping it because I'm not going to get any streams from this, or is it like, I don't know, I don't know what I'm trying to ask, but
Yeah,
like
I know what you're trying to say.
yeah.
I think there might be an element of that. For
Mm.
example, that's why people do flock to like a iShow Speed or whatever because they know it's guaranteed views. But
Yeah.
I think clippers generally, if you have a good skilled clipper, they'll know how to chop it in a way that's going to be engaging for
Just
TikTok.
gonna, yeah. I guess
But
if
then
you're the one
also,
doing it, you need to just be prepared and just say a bunch of shit that you know can be clipped, like kind of like say clip farm it, and then
yeah.
yeah,
And
But
maybe they
one
can
thing
get
I
a
do
better
want to
deal
be,
if they invest early in someone who isn't huge,
yeah,
to kind of grow
yeah,
with
but
them.
one thing just to be careful of is that I've heard this has been happening. So that a clipper will be like, yeah, let's do it, and then they'll run bots to the video. So in
mm,
Okay.
24 hours, it might just get 280k views out of nowhere.
yeah, yeah.
But
That's
then you
true,
look at it and it's like, this doesn't make sense because there's no
Yeah.
engagement, there's nothing happening.
mm.
So you
Is
do
there
got to be a
something in the
little bit
agreement?
careful.
Is there something in the agreement where it's like if it's clear that these are botted views, you don't get paid or something like that?
I'm sure there has to be now.
Yeah, because there's always going to be that element of exploitation. Like someone will find a way around it. Like, oh shit, I'll just
Yeah.
buy 100k views for $10 and make like I don't know how like $400 back from it.
Hmm.
But no, it sounds like a cool strategy though. It's clever. Yeah, it's really clever. But you guys thought about doing? Have you thought about doing anything like paid promotion on like socials. When I first started my Instagram, I was like trying to figure out how to grow it and stuff, and someone put me onto this ebook from a company called Ascend Viral, and they've worked with a bunch of influencers and whatnot at that point. So I trusted it. I went through it, and it was really good stuff, like organically growing it. It was hard. It's like hard work. You got to do it all yourself, you know, engaging and commenting and following and stuff. But then I went back onto their website just out of curiosity to see if they were still about, and they do like a thing where you pay, I think it's like $200 a month, and it's not guaranteed, but they say like you'll get a reach of around 600 to like 1,500 followers per month, and they do it organically. You have to give them your login and stuff, but they go and they engage with people in your niche. And
So what are they doing? Are they just commenting on people's profiles and stuff?
yeah, commenting and following people and engaging and yeah,
What, like
liking
a follow
stories.
unfollow kind of thing?
Kind of, but not as botty. So it's like an actual person doing it. So it's like they'll follow, maybe like a week later they might unfollow, unless you like whitelist them and say, oh, don't unfollow this person. And I think it's good if you just want more traffic to your page, but I don't know how good it would be in the long run. But it seems okay. Like the reviews have been seem legit.
What, so
But
it's
I'm
like a follow and unfollow system. So you're following people, waiting for them to follow you back.
It's not just that. It's like it's like a lot of engaging, like a lot of commenting on people in your niches, content. You know, smaller producers, bigger producers, and then yeah, there is like a bit of follow unfollow that goes on. But you can whitelist accounts. You can say like, don't unfollow these people. Keep these guys followed.
I think back in the day that stuff was good, but I don't know how effective that is anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't
If
Yeah.
I'm
know.
honest with you.
Well, I think with this they say like this isn't guaranteed. You have to be hitting a certain criteria for us to accept you. So you have to be posting a certain standard of content X amount of times per week, and basically just being active how you'd normally be, and then we can help optimize, maximize your reach after that. If it was just like because I haven't posted in months, it'd be like if I did it, I don't think it would work. But like Jay, you're posting every other day, so it might be like a little bit better for you. But it's
Yeah,
a
I
risk,
remember.
it's always a risk.
Yeah, I've never been for like that type of method really. I can see how like engaging with people could help, but the whole like follow unfollow thing, I've never been for that really. I remember I interviewed, I don't know if you know Gummy Beats, the producer. Remember like that strategy used to work back then. He said at one point he had like a few accounts and he'd be following like so many people, and that was sort of his strategy, just like following as many people as
Yeah.
possible and like DMing everyone. But I think the way Instagram's set up now, it does just kind of clock you as spam.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I think his accounts got blocked at one point and then like had to start again. But he did build up a brand at the time. I just don't think that particular method works anymore, like just following. I know what you're saying is a bit different, but I know people used to do that in the past.
Yeah. They still do it now. I notice people pop up, like the same people popping up saying so and so followed you, and then like a week
Yeah,
later
maybe
the
they just
same
want to follow
person.
back and then
Yeah. Yeah. But nah, it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort for like the end goal is like what you're gonna get a follow back. That's it. It's not
I
really
know, yeah.
much. Especially on Instagram and TikTok. I think the weight of a follow is way lighter than on YouTube.
Yeah, for like the amount of effort it would take to go through and like follow all these people, I'd rather just spend that time making content and just posting content that would make people want to
Yeah.
follow you.
Yeah.
I think as well, an element. I was listening to. Have you heard of an artist called Nick D? He's an independent artist.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's grown his Spotify to
He goes crazy.
4
doesn't he?
million or something like that, but very organically. But he said something the other day that was really cool that kind of resonated with me. And it was that people want to discover things. They don't want to be... They don't want it shoved
They don't
in
want to
their
be sold
face.
to, do they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just want to discover it. So really and truly, you just want to give yourself a chance to be discovered. Make it seem like they
Yeah.
found you rather than you've kind of
Targeted them.
targeted them, if that makes sense. And it's just way more
Definitely.
effective when it feels like someone's found you. So like you're saying, Jay, with if you just use that time to make content and better your content and stuff, it's almost like an attraction method where you just
Yeah.
putting it out there, and hopefully someone stumbles across it and resonates with it. Of course,
Yeah.
it's easier said than done, though, man. If we
Uh-huh.
could all do it, then we would just be doing it with ease.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah, I think everyone's looking for hacks because it seems like a shortcut, but they just aren't those shortcuts, man. Because
No.
even like the people who were using like the clippers, I imagine they probably built up somewhat of a foundation first before outsourcing to get those clips. They would have started posting a lot of content or streaming a lot before, and then just
No.
sort of added fuel to the fire with the clippers. I could be
Yeah.
wrong. There could be some new people who
but
just
even
started like that, but
even with that, though, that's still, when you think about it, an attraction method, because you're just
yeah.
posting it. You're not even, there is no outreach. There is no DMing
hmm
or telling people to check it out. It's literally just, do you know what I mean? It's just literally another TikTok post or another Instagram
Yeah,
post.
it's true.
You're just
Mm.
maximizing how much times you could do it. Because really and truly, yeah, we can post clips,
hmm
but how much hours do we have in a day to post? Like, if we could, do you
Yeah.
think you could get out 24 posts a day just by yourself?
Nah, that would be
It'd
a
be
lot,
tough,
man.
innit?
Yeah.
That'd be
To edit and
On
struggle,
put
every
it
yeah.
out.
platform as well, like uploading to TikTok and Instagram, it's long.
Mm.
But if I had 24 clippers that would just go
Yeah.
crazy on my content and chop it up and then post it,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
we're just
like,
timesing ourselves by 24, really.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally. It's
Yeah,
kind of like the
true.
whole Carvey strategy of the loop thing on it. Like when that was popping up, it's
Yeah.
like you send in
Mhm.
loops to 1,000 producers, all thousand, like 500 of them use the loops, send them out. That's like, yeah, you're just multiplying your reach.
Yeah.
Um, no,
I
definitely.
wonder
No,
if there will
100%.
be, I'm sure at some point there'll be AI agents that will kind of handle it for you, because you already have tools that will take clips for you. I'm sure
Mhm.
those tools will get better and better and pick out more engaging parts or just things that would work better on socials. And then
Mm.
maybe you'll sort of have 25 AI agents that are just clipping up
Doing
your
it for you.
video, posting them to your socials,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all on your account just from different logins. I'm sure
Mhm.
that's going to be possible soon.
Yeah, definitely. And then people would just grow tired of it, and then it just won't be effective.
Yeah.
It would
hmm
just be too
Yeah.
much. It always gets to that point, innit?
It always
Yeah.
happens, yeah. Did you guys see Elon Musk on Rogan recently?
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
I need to finish the episode, but I did watch it, yeah.
Yeah, did you hear get to the part where he was talking about AI and where he thinks the internet will be in like 6 years? It was like
Yeah, and it's like we'll basically won't have a phone. It'll just be how was
it,
he
wa-
wording it? It'll
it
just
was
be
just like
sort of
there'll be no social media platforms, nothing. It'll just be an AI based thing where he said
it's just
something
giving us
like,
exactly what we want. It's like
yeah,
we're not scrolling, it's just giving us the
it's
stuff
just
it
giving us what
knows
we
we
need.
want.
And Joe was like, how long's that going to take? And he went, about 5-6 years. I was like,
I
whoa.
know, yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, man, no social media in 5 years. It's kind of
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Do you think that'll happen?
Man, at this point, anything could happen. I feel like at this point.
Mm.
I do think we will get to a stage where people don't even have phones. There'll just be some type of chip that we've got, and it's
Mhm.
just sort of like in front of us in our vision. Everyone will be connected to the Neuralink at some point. I don't know how far ahead this will be, but I think at one point in life, people will look back and think, "Oh, I can't believe people used to walk around with these bricks to
He's
access
heavy,
everything."
yeah, he's heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy in your pocket.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that will be though. So,
Yeah.
but it's definitely heading that way.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. Even like stupid shit. I was listening to a comedian talk about like the inconvenience of closing a boot. Like now you can just press the button and it closes
Yeah.
itself. And it's like, why is that necessary? Like, we just don't need these things in our life. But yeah,
becoming
just
so
So
secret
nice,
easy.
though.
it is convenient. You got
Do you
shopping in
remember
your
when you
hand.
used
or
to have
something.
to wind the windows down? Now you just press a
Yeah.
button.
Oh,
and it
man.
goes down.
Yeah. My mum's partner's got an old van and it's still that. It's still the old wind windows. Yeah. I like it though. I saw a clip of who was the guy that played Batman? the method actor. He's like loses loads of weight all the time, puts loads of weight on.
Oh, Christian
Christian
Bale.
Bale.
Yeah, him. He's in an interview and he drives like a 2003 pickup truck now. Like he's like a really old car that he drives. And even then he bought it second hand. And she was like, "Why?" He's like, "You got all the money in the world." He's like, "I just prefer having like I don't know, just like that old that sort of attachment to what his life used to be like, I guess beforehand,
Yeah.
or just the simple like having things more simple." And to be fair, I even saw a video on. I was talking about cars now, but like newer cars being less safe because there's less muscle memory involved. Everything's touch screen, so like when you're driving normally, you've just got a button for I don't know, like turning your fog lights on and off, or like turning certain things on and off.
Like the AC.
Yeah, and you've got that kind of like brain sort of like think like touch muscle memory for it. Whereas now, like there was a guy in a Tesla driving through like this like a real snowy evening, and he had his automatic full beams was turned on, and because it was full beam, all the snow was reflecting back and it was blinding himself. So he was trying to turn this off whilst trying not to crash. And he's going through all these sub menus of trying to turn off this auto full beam, and eventually found it. But he said like he was like terrified because he thought he was gonna just roll off, like fly off the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, to be fair, I agree with that because when I test drove a Tesla, because everything's so digital and you're just used to a few analog bits, I feel like I didn't like it at first, and maybe you'll get used to it after you learn the controls properly. But I feel like there's just some things I prefer to just do manually.
Yeah,
I hear that, man. Sometimes it's nice to just not be too in the technology. Like, don't get me wrong, of course it's better and it makes our life easier, but some stuff it is nice just doing it the longer way.
Yeah, because technology can be annoying at times as well. It's sick, but you always come across these little frustrations where like you're just trying to figure out how to do something simple, or it feels like there's an extra step sometimes that's just unnecessary.
Yeah, and when it doesn't work, it's just stress. Like it's not even your fault. It's just not working today. Whereas
it's like speaking to an auto attendant. When you call in, when you need to call like your insurance company or something, and then there's like 10 different options to go through, and then at the end it says no one's available, and then the phone just hangs up, and you're like, oh my god, it took me 20 minutes to get to this point.
Bro, trust me. Try doing that with. I remember when you were saying with the Facebook, when you had your Facebook ads.
Oh man, yeah,
god.
Bro.
Yeah.
I had to go through that recently, and it's just like you're talking to an
Nightmare,
AI
isn't it?
who's solving absolutely nothing for you.
absolutely
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah. I think
just like
they're literally
really
meant for
humans,
people
man.
that have never used Facebook before. Like they're just like the only like thing they're helpful for is like if you lost your password, just click this, and that's the only thing they're helpful for. If you got something specific that you need help with, they're just useless. Yeah. What was the problem you were having?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
My ads account just got like every time I go to run an ad, it would give me restriction, and then it would say verify your ad account. Verified it. Then it's just like this. What do you call it? Catch-22. Verify the account. Go to upload again. Restricted. Verify your ad account. Verified.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like this constant circle and nothing was working.
Yeah, they do make it hard to actually get up and running like nicely with ads, especially when you're new. I think when you've been running ads for a while, it's almost like a trusted account. But man, I had to go through hell with it, like similar to you, for a long time.
Man. It took me like there was one time it took me so long that I just gave up. And for about 3 years, I just didn't even bother until I needed it. And then I went through the process again, and it took me forever just to finally get it
so
working.
time consuming, isn't it? But imagine you could just pick up the phone, especially when you pay for like to be verified. It's like if you're paying for these subscriptions, you should at least be able to speak to someone, because that's how they sell it, isn't it? Like when you get verified, like if you pay for like meta verification, you should get premium support or however they word it, but you don't really. You might get a bit of a response, but it's usually an AI agent, or if it is someone. Like I did actually speak to some people on the phone, but I feel like I still didn't get anywhere for a long time. Because there's so many different teams, and it'll be like, oh, we'll pass this on to this team, and then they just look at it, and then they'll just make a decision without speaking to you, and all of a sudden your account's like restricted again. It's like,
Yeah, man.
how are you not passing on these messages? I've spoke to like 10 different people.
Yeah, for such these big companies like Meta and Google, they have the worst fucking
Yeah,
customer support imaginable.
I
So
get it
you've got
because
all
there's
this,
what, like
yeah.
a billion users or something, but if you're paying, you should at least get access to someone.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're getting a billion people use it, but then it's like, well, that many users again, you must be making a decent amount of change so you can
Yeah,
put
of
some money
course.
into like a good customer support, in each country or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but, what are you running ads on, Ocean? What's the thing for?
I was trying. Well, I'll talk to you after about it. But the whole
Yeah.
intelligent thing.
Oh, you looked at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. It looks sick to be fair. I think seems way more I mean, obviously it's not seamless, but when you've got everything set up, it seems pretty seamless. Have you seen it, Jay?
What did you say it is?
It's called Intelligent. It's basically this artist. I think he was an artist, right? The guy that set it up. He
Hmm.
had his system for promoting his music,
Mhm.
and then he just tweaked it over time, and he got it working really real smooth. So he made like a service where you sign up through their website. I think you pay a certain amount per month, but then you have to pay you pay a flat fee for the service, and then you set your ads up through that website, and then it automatically sets the ads up through Meta and everything, and it's all kind of in-house. You don't have to like tinker with anything. You just upload. It recommends like you need to upload, I don't know, 6 pieces of content or 8 pieces of content,
Yeah.
and then it'll automatically set the ads up and test them, and then it'll automatically pick the right one for you. You don't have to keep looking at it. It'll just take care of it all
Okay.
for you. But it's specifically for like musicians, so it's like real niche, and it's got some really good reviews. So I think if you've got the budget to invest, it seems like an easier way to kind of run ads and not have to know what you're looking for.
So do they have someone that's in your account setting up the
No,
ads,
it's
or is
all
it?
AI.
It's all
I think
AI,
it's just
but
all AI.
Oh, okay.
yeah. But it's like
Based on
legit
like
though.
rules and stuff that they figured out.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but it seems
I never
pretty
heard of
legit.
it.
Like it's not like a thing where it's like pay $10 and you're guaranteed 10,000 monthly listeners.
Nah, it's
It's more
just
like
all advertising basically, and how
Mhm.
it just takes the pain of. Let's say you've never run a Facebook ads before, it will just do it for you.
yeah,
What's the company called?
intelligent. I'll put the link in the
Okay,
in the group
I'll
chat.
check it out.
Do you
What
still
about
upload
targeting?
music? Facebook's kind of getting rid of that. To be honest with you, you can still target, but
Their
There's a-
AI is doing most of the work now, isn't it?
yeah,
But
so
with
you
that
don't need to
intelligent, do
actually
you
be.
choose who you target?
Yeah, but very broadly,
Right.
and they still recommend you just target as broad as possible, really,
Mhm.
What's
because
that?
Facebook is doing that for you based on the content.
Yeah, just targeting.
You can't really get granular on Facebook targeting anymore.
Yeah, well, you can. There's ways to do it in like manual mode where you can go real specific with who you target, but they're leaning way more towards their
They're getting rid
AI
of it.
targeting. Oh,
Yeah,
they're getting
every
rid of
time
it.
I go in. Yeah, every time I go in, there's less and less options. Before, you could go really specific where the audience was like 25,000 people.
Mhm.
But now it seems like even if you do choose a target, it's really big still.
Yeah, I think the way to do it now is like suggestions. There'll be an option that says, like, have you got a suggested target? So they're still using their like AI system, but you can suggest maybe males in the UK or whoever you're trying to target, and it will just kind of keep that in the back of its AI mind in a way and be like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
he's suggesting this, but we're still gonna
That
go broad.
you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about interest targeting. So, for example, like back in the day, I could target, um,
People who are
like a
interested
cat-
in like
a
FL
cat
Studio or
brand.
something. Okay.
Like a specific cat brand. Like if you like Pedigree,
Yeah.
or what's the cat one, Whiskers, then you probably own a cat. Or if you like Fender guitars, then you're probably into guitars or something like that, you know.
Mhm.
Or if you like
Yeah.
DJ Mag, then you're probably a DJ or you like DJing. But
Yeah.
I think now it's more it's they're trying to get rid of that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're slowly moving it away. Because the last time
Yeah.
I set up ads like a few weeks back, I did have those options still, but I had to like go into a certain manual mode to
Yeah.
make it specific like that, or I had to do it as a suggested target rather than a strict one.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Are you still uploading your music on Spotify?
Yeah, I do when I remember, but I've got no set schedule. It's just sometimes I'm like, I haven't uploaded. Let me schedule a couple beats, but I don't do any
Mm.
promo, no nothing. It's just to have them there. So
Hmm.
it's not like a hustle or anything.
Mm.
It's just
Yeah,
some
I think.
beats have randomly done well. Some people just wanted to hear the beats that I'm making my videos. So I do upload some. Um, it's one of those things that I could be a lot better at it. I just feel like there's only so many hustles you can focus on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
sure. Yeah,
But I
that's
know, like, um, I was chatting to Cosfinger when we were in Madrid, and he was talking to me about a few guys that just upload their beats to Spotify, and they have those whole systems in place where they are using those clippers that will do like football montages or just any sort of
Mm.
clip, just using their music in the background.
mm.
And there were like young kids making like thousands every month because they're generating so many streams. Cosfinger hasn't started using those yet, but this guy just uploaded like a couple beats, and one of them was going viral on TikTok. Like everyone was using it. So
Damn.
he's got, what's his monthly listeners? Over 100,000 monthly listeners.
Damn.
He hasn't
That's
even
crazy.
uploaded much music really.
I need to check that out. What is that all about? I haven't heard of that strategy.
That's
What are the
clever.
montages and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be similar to the clippers that we're talking about earlier. It's just instead
submit
of
a
posting
beat.
clips of you talking or streaming, it'll just be like a football montage, or I don't know, there'll be just some any type of video just with music in the background.
Yeah,
It's
anything
like
that's
a
gonna
whole
go
clip of that.
viral, you just
Yeah.
put that up and then yeah, say, "Oh, I'll use this, use my beat
Mhm.
in the clip. If it gets X amount of streams or whatever of
Yeah.
views, then you get paid the X amount." Yeah.
Or
You gotta be
maybe
careful. You gotta
just
have
asking.
budget for that because if one just pops off and you get like a million views, you're like, "Oh shit, I can't pay this guy like 10K now or something."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely hustles there. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like to grow the Spotify. I just haven't put the time into even thinking about it, to be honest.
Yeah. It seems legit. The IntelliGen basically this guy tested. You know, like you can do the playlist route where you submit to playlists and grow that way. But the
Mhm.
guy tested that and he tested IntelliGen and he said and he found that and it's pretty common sense, but it makes sense. Like he said, if you submit to playlist, then you get good traction whilst you're on the playlist, but eventually your song will get taken down to make space for the next people that they want on the playlist.
Right.
So while it's up there, you're getting streams, but you don't get like sticky fans. You just get people that listen passively through that playlist. Whereas with
Mhm.
IntelliGen, if you use them whilst you're running the promo, there's a spike. But after the promo is finished, well, he found it more. His specific track that he was promoting, got more saves. And then once the promo had finished and he'd stopped running ads on that particular song,
Mhm.
the listeners still were there, like it was still steady. Whereas with the playlist in, as soon as the campaign ended, it just went, like dropped off a cliff again and went back to basically zero.
Mm.
Um, so I guess that's kind of like a good sort of benefit from running ads as opposed to yeah, like pitching to playlists all the time.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Mm.
So you're both thinking about. I mean, I know it makes perfect sense for you, Ocean, doesn't it, to grow your Spotify? But so it's something you're trying to focus on as well. I'll be.
Honestly, no, not like focus, but if I can do it in a way where I'm not working like any extra, then I might do it. Because I was just
Yeah.
thinking like I can film 2 or 3 videos a week, just vibing out to beats. Kind of similar to a Wizard, because
Okay.
it's not
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, visually make it look good. You know, once it's visually good, it's not high effort content. I can just crank them
Yeah.
out and then run some kind of promo either on the content or probably on the content, and then a little call to action. Like, you know, you want more beats like this, comment
Mhm.
list, and I'll send you the playlist or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, if I can do it with it's where it's like low effort but it's like effective, then I'll do it. Not with any like intention of making any revenue just yet, but just to kind of grow something on the side, you know.
Yeah.
So
How about you, Ocean? Have you thought about strategies?
Yeah, a little bit because I definitely want to grow my Spotify.
Mhm.
Um, but SoundCloud is also very important to me too. So I'm
mm,
Yeah.
trying to. Honestly though, I was thinking about this yesterday. When it comes down to it, I just gotta make good music, or not even good music. I need to make great music and put it out consistently.
Yeah.
That's the number one strategy. I mean, like I can try all this stuff, and it's gonna help, of course. But I think I just need to be a bit more prolific and just keep putting out music. I think I've done okay this year. Started putting out my own songs and stuff. But I think, man, if I just put out more on SoundCloud, I could grow faster.
Yeah.
I know
think
it's gonna
everything
take
does come
time
down to that
anyway.
sometimes, doesn't it? It's just
But
yeah.
I think it just comes down to, let's just focus on the what really matters, and that's like making great music. As subjective as that is, man.
Mm-hmm.
No one can deny good songs. Do you know what I mean? No one can deny hit songs. And
Yeah.
if you just keep like focusing on that and putting it out, one will do all right for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
No,
it can change a
definitely.
lot. It can move the needle faster than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like that
So
is just the main point, man. Just like you said, focus on good music, making content.
like, of course, these strategies are very important, and I am looking into them.
Yeah.
But sometimes I find myself getting a bit too lost in it, and I'm just like, man.
Yeah.
But really, what's really gonna make a difference? Like, can I be honest with myself and think, am I just putting out enough music? I could probably up my game there. Do you know what I mean?
What do you
Yeah,
think
get
is
the
the sweet spot
foundation
right
set.
now for releasing music?
I don't think there is. I think it's just down to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could tell you once a week, yeah, but then some people are gonna rebuttal and be like, "That's too much. You're over flooding it." And then
Yeah.
you could say once a month, and some people will be like, "Man, that's just not enough. Your song will get washed out too quick."
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I
Yeah.
think whatever pace you can go at,
Yeah, whatever pace you can maintain over
Yeah.
time is the key. I was just gonna like not counter, but I saw a podcast with, I think it was T-Pain, talking about like the release strategies and stuff, and obviously great music has to be at the forefront, like, every time. But then he was like, he saw kind of the inner workings of like how songs blow up, and he was like, yeah, if you're gonna release a song and you want to make some kind of noise initially, he was like
It's
200
easy.
grand. Yeah, like
Yeah, man.
200 grand. I was like,
Oh,
whoa.
man. There is a great podcast that I listened to maybe 2 days ago with Dre London. I don't know if you know who he is, but he used to be Post Malone's manager. And it was
Okay.
about a 4-hour podcast with DJ Academics. And he was talking about the early days of Post Malone and like how it was.
Right.
And I really think, just in general, we're probably a bit naive as fans sometimes, thinking, oh yeah, he just made a great song and it
It
popped
blew
off.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Nah,
have you
bro,
seen his
like,
old videos where
it's-
he is
it's-
just
it's
looking
work, man.
weird? Yeah.
The,
It's a
the
job,
amount
yeah.
of the amount of work that they do, talking to this person, plugging it here, taking this person to dinner so he can play it on his radio, blah blah blah, putting 50 grand into this, shaking
Yeah.
and moving. It takes a lot to make a song pop off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely get what you're saying. In saying that, like when I'm saying, oh, you just got to make great music, it's not like it's not as simple as that, innit? But if I'm just speaking for myself, I think that I'm probably just not posting enough music.
Right.
Just speaking about myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to make a smash hit and get number ones and stuff, it takes investment, man.
A lot, yeah. Because he was
Oh,
saying
smash
like,
it.
there's certain
Oh.
songs that kind of cut through, and that's the great songs that have the budget behind it. But then you see these terrible songs blow up in like a month. Yeah, I can't think of like maybe like an obvious example would be like Soldier Boy. And obviously I guess that was a great song, even though it's corny, but not corny, but you know what I mean, like a cheap song. I can't think of an example, but you'll see like an artist blow up super quick, and it is because they get some money behind it, and you do forget about it pretty quick. There's probably 100 songs we all have listened to that we've totally forgot about. But then it's the ones that have a great song and the money behind it, and they're the ones that stick.
Yeah.
Like T-Pain was trying to explain, like, yeah, all my hit songs that are still getting played today are because they were great, catchy songs, and hit at the right time with the budget behind it. So
Yeah.
you've got to kind of check all those boxes. But even on a lower level, though, I know it seems like that barrier to entry is super high, but that's if you just want to be like topping the charts, like going crazy. But there's thousands of artists doing it on a much smaller level, still making a comfortable living from it, buying, but still investing in a good amount into their music.
Yeah, you can still make a real impact independently. I
Yeah,
think because even like I get that because people say, yeah, to make a hit, you need that machine behind you. And that's why people do end up going with labels just to add fuel to the fire and take it to that next level. But you
Mm.
need to have something that they can grow for you. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have those days anymore where someone with labels will just like find a randomer and with talent and just build them up, like really develop them and push them out.
Yeah.
It's more who's making noise at the moment. All these like independent artists are coming up with cool strategies for like promoting their music on TikTok and things like that, and then the labels will find those songs and then add fuel to that
yeah,
fire. You know what I mean? So it's
Mm.
like people use those excuses of saying, "Oh, my song isn't blowing up because I
yeah,
just don't have this team behind me. I don't have that machine like all these artists do." But you need to give them something to
yeah.
catapult, essentially.
Yeah, Russ was
Yeah, man.
saying you need to build your own machine beforehand, and then that's gonna give you the platform or the leverage to then appeal to the bigger labels and stuff. 'Cause he
Yeah.
posted a screenshot like how much he was spending on advertisement. It was something like
Hmm.
over the last 90 days, it was like 200 grand or something like that. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, build your own machine. Like you've got to, and you have to invest, even if it's less than that. Just put in a couple hundred a month out of your wages,
Hmm.
um, and build it over time. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think that is a big misconception. Like a lot of artists just think, oh, the algorithm's not picking me up, even though it's probably do have great music. But it's like, well, if someone makes slightly worse music than you and is putting in 100 quid a month on promo, they're going to be, like years ahead of you in terms of growth in a much shorter period of time, just because they were smart enough to put a bit of money behind it. It's like anything, right? It's like you want to get good at something or grow at something. You pay for lessons or you pay for, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like you invest
Yeah.
in a better car part so you can go faster. It's like you have to put money down. In music, for some reason, they don't have that same mindset.
Same with any business, isn't it? You lay the
Yeah,
foundations you first, and then when the time lay the foundations yourself first, and then when the time's right, you outsource to take it to the next level. But you don't start outsourcing. You don't just like outsource when there's nothing there. Like you
yeah,
have to wait until the
Mm.
time's right. I think the
yeah,
other problem is people look at the wrong people for strategies. Like someone starting out will look at someone like Drake and see how he releases an album and be like, oh, I just need to like drop it randomly, or you know what
yeah,
I mean? Like I saw that with Dave's album recently because Dave's album has been making a lot of noise like in the UK. So I think it's got like, a good reception. People really like it. And then but he was kind of subtle with the release in a way. Obviously, he's not doing all the usual TikTok stuff like open verse challenges and posting like like the same song every day. And I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is refreshing. This is how I should be releasing music. Like, stop all this TikTok stuff." I'm like, but this is Dave. Dave's got a
yeah.
loyal.
Yeah.
He's got his core audience there
A
who are just
million
waiting
fans
for him to
already.
drop. It's been like years since he dropped an album. So if
Mm.
someone was going to look at that and be like, "Oh yeah, he didn't do any of these TikTok videos. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. I'm just going to do a Dave and drop an album after 5 years." I'm like, that's not going to work for you,
It's not
man.
gonna work. Yeah.
I feel like the people you should be watching are the people who are on the come up, who
Mm.
are like doing those interesting campaigns, not people who have already got their fan base.
Yeah.
Mm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of that, did you listen to the Dave album?
Yeah, yeah, I did actually. I
What do
liked
you
it.
think?
It's a solid project. It's like classic Dave, very lyrical, deep. Some good songs on there. I can't say I prefer it to Psychodrama, because I do prefer his more like dark side, but that's just my personal preference.
Hmm.
How about
Mm.
you?
I liked
Yeah.
it. I thought it was very introspective. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
really. The first time I listened to it, I immediately thought he didn't go for any hits. He was
Nah.
just trying to speak what was inside,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Mm.
I mean,
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie. For him to take 4 years or 5 years, however long it's been since the last album, I was kind of expecting it to be something quite deep and introspective.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
Mm.
I
Am I
think you
gonna
can tell
keep
by the
listening to
album.
it? I don't know. There's only like
Yeah.
one or two songs that I really like, but yeah, it's an album. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, 100%. I know what you're saying, that there hasn't been a song that I've like rushed back to since listening to it. But I remember it was Psychodrama, his last album, wasn't it? Is that what it was called?
No, it was called
Oh no, you had the
No, it
one
was the
after
pink
that.
cover. I can't remember that name
Yeah,
though.
you're right. Well, something like Psychodrama, there was songs that I'd like go back to a lot on the
Mm.
album, but I haven't really done it with this one. And you can tell by the album he's at this weird. He even talks about it on the album. He's in this weird place where he's kind of got what he wanted now. Like on the come up, people are very like hungry. The story's a bit more dark. It's more relatable. And once someone like reaches a certain level, it's like, okay, what do I talk about now? Because I've got everything. I can't rap about struggling. So his whole thing
Mm.
was kind of just talking about how he has everything. It still hasn't really like made him happy. He's going to therapy for it, that type of thing. It's just
Mm.
you see it with a lot of artists who, when they start making money, it's hard for them to rap about struggling anymore because they've gone past that and now they're enjoying their lives, they're traveling, they're doing all this positive stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
how do I go back to that relatable struggle that everyone loved me for?
Mm.
Mm. No, it's true.
But I
Yeah.
get it because they're trying to level up as an artist, they're trying to talk about their life. But then for the people listening, most of them are still in the same position. So it's like, they still
Hmm.
want that hunger, that pain.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, I hear that. I think again going back to that T-Pain podcast, he had that issue as well. He said Akon he wrote songs for Akon, and at the time
Hmm.
Akon blew up off of like he was blowing up off of like prison songs like Locked Up and
Oh yeah,
Gangs and all that kind of stuff. And he wrote a song. I think he wrote "I'm Sprung" for Akon, and he went, "Yeah, I don't make love songs. I make prison songs." And then fast forward a year, Akon's successful and is making a
hmm
lot of money and couldn't had no lyrics for that stuff anymore. And he was like, "Yeah, I need some more." It's like T-Pain, I need some love songs now. It's like, yeah, so I got nothing.
That's the
I got no.
that's the beautiful thing about being an artist, though. It is a journey,
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
and I love how you can just you put your life into your art, right?
yeah,
And
Mm.
so over time, with Dave especially, I think for the younger generation, I'm sounding old. I don't mean to sound old, but for example, like my brother's age in their early 20s, Dave is like their guy, their star boy,
yeah,
and so they're kind of growing with him. They seen him
Yeah,
when he was like in trackies in Paris with AJ Tracy
yeah.
to now like he's on top of the mountain and he's crossed the other side. It's like they followed him along his journey.
hmm
yeah, for sure. But I think that's right, isn't it? I think
It's what
you
the
don't want to
fans
be
want at
trying
first.
to
It's like
appeal to like the biggest
yeah,
audience. As soon as you get that audience, you're good. Like just keep making the music you want to make. The people are going to appreciate it. You know, the ones that are following you.
yeah.
I
Because
think
on
it's
the
probably
flip
there's only
side,
a
if he
couple that.
did,
Go on, sorry.
I was just gonna say on the flip side, if he did still rap about struggling and coming up and everything, people would be like, "This isn't authentic. Like, what are you talking about? You're
Yeah,
struggling.
But
You're
people
you
can
rich."
know the
tell.
weird thing is, it's like some artists can do that
Yeah, I
and
was gonna
hmm
evolve,
say
and some artists just can't. Some people just
Yeah.
you've changed too much. You need to stick to what you was doing before.
like
hmm
Future is a good example. Just raps about drugs still, even though he doesn't do them. Like drugs and like gang
Yeah.
violence. It's like,
Yeah, it's
what?
true.
Yeah. Who else? Who else gets away with it still? Travis Scott, maybe.
There's certain
Uh,
rappers that have always like kept their style, no matter how big they've got.
mm,
Mm.
Maybe someone like a Nas. If you ever like
I,
listen to
I
Nas,
I
like you're
guess
always gonna
it's a
hear that.
tricky thing to
Yeah,
pivot as an artist.
yeah, 100%. It's like you
yeah.
constantly want to grow. So a lot of like rappers as well, they'll get to a certain point and then everything's positive in their life and they'll start making gospel music, and then everyone's like,
What
"What's
happened to
going
this
on?"
guy?
Like
Yeah, it's gone
it's
too
good
far.
music. Yeah.
But that's why it's also good to have breaks. Like, don't get me wrong, I love when artists are prolific and just constantly dropping projects every year.
hmm
But when you take these long breaks, these 2, 3, 4 year breaks, you get to live life and really experience stuff, and that's when
Mm,
Yeah.
you can like really have some
yeah.
shit to talk about.
I imagine, especially if you come from a rough background as well, like if you kind of came up on the streets, maybe you've been in prison for a long time, and then you get a certain level of success, and then you travel in the world, experiencing all these positive things, it's gonna be hard to kind of go back to rapping about the stuff you used to talk about.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it wouldn't even make sense.
Hmm
Mm.
But why do you think that is? Why for example, Dave can take 4 years off, come back and make an album, and it be sick. Versus, I don't know, I can't really think of a name. Let's just say, oh man, who's another UK rapper? I don't know. Just another rapper has to drop every year.
Like
They
most
can't
that
take 5 years.
Hmm.
he did drop something like fairly recent and it didn't really do anything, but he was like popping in like 2017, 18. So he
I think
took a bit of
certain
time
artists
off,
just have like a
dropped, and it just
cult-like
didn't.
fan base.
Yeah,
There'll be some people that just grow a fan base. They make a few like hits, maybe catchy songs. People love them in the moment, but someone like Dave just has that core, like just real loyal fan base. I don't know why it is. Maybe it's because they followed the story so much. I guess storytelling is like a big part of it. If
Do you
people
think it's
really
the
do
type
get
of music then?
maybe type of music, like how well you sell your story, how well you tell it. Because people do love a story, man. They like to follow you as a human as well, don't they? And I think it also depends on what they're doing with that time off. Like, yeah, he hasn't released that much music, but maybe he was keeping his sword sharp by writing constantly,
yeah,
using, and then when it comes to drop, he's had so much practice. But if someone just takes, like, if we have like 5 days off producing, we open FL and it's like, I don't really know what to do here. And it's like
hmm
weird getting back into it. So imagine having like 5 years off. It
yeah,
might be strange coming back into it. So maybe that plays a part as well.
But I don't. When
yeah,
people
for
take
sure.
5 years off, I don't think we're ever stop. We never stop creating. It's more so that we're just out of the limelight. Like someone I've
Yeah.
noticed, Baby Keem hasn't. I was actually looking at a Baby Keem Spotify today. He hasn't dropped anything really in a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
But when he comes back, for sure, everyone's going to be on him. Like
Mm.
the new Baby Keem thing.
True.
But
And I
think what
don't think
Jay's
it's
saying
that they
is,
step back, that they're
yeah,
not creating. I think it's more so that they're creating but just not dropping. They're just away from the
yeah,
limelight, and then they'll come back into the limelight when it's time. But some people just can't do that. If you step out the limelight, that's
Yeah.
it.
mm. It
But
depends on
yeah,
like what you've blown up with. Like if you've blown up with proper projects, then I think it's easier to come back. I watched a video on Sean Kingston, and he was a good example. If just his albums never did well, but he had singles that always, but like okay, like they would just pop off like one single. So he took all this time off and had all these breaks, and he had some like financial trouble. But when he did come back, it completely flopped. Even though he had some good features on the album, just didn't do anything because no one had that attachment to him. They just had him as like a party song guy, and they already had enough bangers from him anyway. You know, it's like you
maybe
need to
that's a
have that.
great point that you mentioned. Maybe it's that if you're an album artist, even though you take 5 years off, yeah. For example, Dave, he's come back after 4 or 5 years, but he's come back with 10 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, they're like 7 minutes long sometimes. That's enough to last you, what, another good 2-3 years before you can pop out again. Maybe it's something like that. Like if you're a good album artist, you can make it last long.
Yeah, you got longevity, and it was like, and like I say, are they active in between those releases? Like I saw an interview with Eminem, so he never stopped writing, even when he wasn't dropping the albums. He was just constantly writing every day. You know, his wife was getting annoyed with him, like he kept just writing lyrics all the time. But then yeah, you might have another rapper who just spunks it off for 5 years, does fuck all, just lives off his money. I think Fetty Wap did that, and then when
Yeah,
he did come back, it was obvious in the music. The music just didn't hold up when he released some new stuff. Like it just felt like he was listening to Fetty Wap from 10 years ago. So I think that's important as well. Yeah, just keeping the blade sharp. So yeah, kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, I haven't checked to see where Dave's album is, but we went through a little weird period, man, of having like no hip hop hits at all.
Yeah,
I think there was
yeah,
the first time, like since the 90s or something, that we didn't have a hip hop track in the top 40. Did you see that?
yeah.
Yeah.
So like
But you
Kendrick's
know,
album dropped off or something.
didn't they change the rules to that why it dropped off? Like they decided not to count some sort of metric, and that's why it presented itself as if
I'm
no
not
hip hop
sure.
was on the top 40. I don't know. I was briefly listening to a Curtis King video. I didn't like fully get the context. But I
Right.
think he was mentioning something that they recently just changed the rules so that if it was blah blah blah, then they automatically not count it.
I know they always do change the goalposts in terms of like what counts as a sale. I remember there was a period in the like in the UK where so many artists like rappers were doing these pop-up shops, and it was really because you could fudge the figures easily. So when you sell a physical copy of an album, it would count as a sale, same way
Mm.
as if you buy it off iTunes, or there's like a certain amount of streams that will count as like one album sale, which is a lot. I think in the UK for like a single, it's 100 streams on a single is the equivalent of one unit, like one single
Mm.
sale. But then there's different like album sales. So what people would do is they'd host these pop-up shops, and they'd sell like merch packages. So it would be like, oh, if you buy this T-shirt, you get an album for free, and then that would count as a sale. And then there'd also be
Mm.
like different versions of the album, like maybe vinyl. Someone might do like a rare limited like cassette edition, or they'd sell all this physical stuff and just have this little pop-up shop in a random spot in Manny or London. And because no one's really auditing it, you could just order like, think about it, you could like take some of your budget and use and like order tons of CDs
Your own
and just
CD.
say that they're sold. Like, oh, it's a sellout. You'll post like a video of people lining up outside the shop. It's like "We sold out the albums," and then all of a sudden you're in the charts. So there was
Yeah.
like a hack for a long time, and then they clamped down on that. It started getting audited a bit more, and then they had limitations on the merch packages. And I know that had a big impact because all of a sudden, not many people were doing pop-up shops, and you start
Yeah.
seeing as many people in the charts. So it was like a proper hack for a little while.
Hmm.
There's always a loophole in it that
There's
Yeah,
always a
it's just
loophole, yeah.
in the music industry. Just there's always that hack that works for a little bit. Not
yeah.
getting
And
it
then when
out.
everyone uses it,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
so it
right,
gets played
something's not
out.
right here. But I didn't read into it recently. I'm not sure what they've changed, but that would make sense, I guess.
Mhm.
But even
Mm.
still, it's like it's still crazy that for a period we just didn't have like anything in the top 40. Like, I don't know how US hip hop is doing right now, but I think overall hip hop is just down at the
It's just
moment.
down at the
Like the
moment.
UK
Yeah,
is like dry right now. Everyone was
Yeah.
kind of hoping that Dave would come and save it, but no one's really doing anything.
but I don't even know if you can say Dave saved it. It's just Dave.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember like back in the day when everyone was saying, "Oh, Grime's come back," but Skepta was like, "Grime hasn't come back.
Yeah.
It's just a
We were
couple of
saying
people
that
that are doing grime."
Dave's number 1 right now. The boy who
Yeah,
played
he
the
got the
harp.
number one.
Hmm.
Damn.
His first day streams were crazy. I think on day one, every track had like 1 million on it.
Yeah. And now his psychodrama is at number 17, so that must have gone back up. Everyone listening to the older stuff as well. And his album, We're All Alone in This Together, is number 26. So he's got 3 albums in the top 30 right now.
Damn.
Yeah, Dave is just that guy, man. He's got that golden touch in the. Not I can't even say if it's just for the UK because he's kind of crossed over too.
I was looking at his strategy actually for his release. I knew he was going, he'd obviously be going for a chart position, but I don't know if you saw it. But what he did was he announced his tour and the album together. But in order to secure a spot for the tour, you could buy the album and almost get like an early access to tickets. I think it was something like that. So I remember I signed up for it. He announced his tour and he was playing in Manny, so I was like, oh, let me check it. And then you had to enter details, but I think you had to buy an album, like pre-order the album, to then secure like an early spot to get a
Did you
ticket
do
for the
it?
tour. It was something like that. No, I didn't do it, but I just thought it was an interesting strategy because I know a lot of people
Yeah.
would have bought the album to then secure their spot, and then that would have boosted the numbers too.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
But yeah, it's sick that he's number 1.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yup. How did your producer mansion video do in the end?
It's doing all right actually. I think at first it went straight to number 10. I was like, nice,
Classic.
perfect, most expensive video.
Awesome. Yeah.
Let me see what it's doing now. With that type of content, I never really expected to do amazing like that because it wasn't something specific. Well, you know, like maybe if we just made one beat in the video and it was just like 8 producers, you know, like we did in Cyprus, that house drill beat. Maybe something
Yeah.
like that would have performed better. This was a little bit long, so it's more of a vlog style. It's not. I said it was doing alright. It's not doing great. I can actually see what number it is at the moment. It might be one that will slowly pick up. I'm gonna be posting a short from each cook up.
Mm.
But yeah, to say like it cost me a lot to get that video edited because I had like 13 hours of footage from all the cook ups. And originally I was gonna go through it myself, and I just thought it's gonna take too much time. I might as well just pay an editor. So
Yeah.
it was a nightmare trying to get all those files across. Like my
Yeah.
hard drive was full. I kept on having to like send bits, then move bits to a different hard drive, and it was long, man. But we got there in the end. So it was like the most expensive video I've had edited, and obviously you pay for the trip. But the trip wasn't just for the video. I was going
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, yeah.
So we'll see, man. It's not doing
Sometimes
great,
that's
but
just
it's
how it
okay.
goes, isn't it? Just
Yeah,
take the L up front, but it'll be worth it in the end.
yeah, yeah. I was paying just to be there anyway, so we all chipped in for the villa. It wasn't even like that expensive to say how sick the villa was. We all went for 5 nights. I think some of the guys stayed an extra night. And we paid less than 400 each just to have
It's
the
pretty
villa.
good. Yeah,
Cheaper than a hotel.
yeah, yeah. That's really good.
How about your latest videos?
I think that the most recent one did quite well. It was the same one that I was speaking about last week, but it just started picking up. I just didn't tinker with it as much this time. It just started to do well. It's sort of 1 out of 10 now.
Nice.
Nice.
Is that the packaging that you've changed?
I didn't actually change anything. I just had a test running, and then one was at like 60%, and then the other one was at like 30 something. So I just
Right.
set it and then left it, and then it slowly just started to creep up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, who knows? But I think with this one, I was pretty confident with the packaging. You know, you just look at it, you're like, okay, that makes more sense now. Like, didn't need to mess with it as much.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, been needing that. I've not had a 1 out of 10 for a long time, so it was due. Yeah.
Hopefully, like with winter being here, views might start picking up. We've all because we all said, "Oh, summertime, everyone's outside doing shit." Now we haven't got that excuse, so
Yeah,
see
yeah,
what happens.
yeah. That's it, man. But yeah, how about you, Ocean?
I didn't upload this week, so I'm working on a video today, and then see how it goes, innit? Drop it, and see what happens.
I saw you was in Kyle Beats' video, Tumphy and a few other
Oh
guys.
yeah, doing the beat battle.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
haven't
cool.
seen that yet.
I
How
watched
did
a
it
bit of
go?
it. It's quite good. Yeah, it was like a undercover beat battle style producer
Oh, okay.
goes undercover in a beat battle thing. I didn't catch the end of it, but
Yeah.
it was quite a good watch up until yeah, it's a pretty decent watch.
Nice. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
What are you both on today? You finishing the video after this, Ocean?
Yeah, I wanna finish this video today,
Mm-hmm.
pass it on, get it edited, and just what is it? Less than 2 months left of the year. Feel like I've had a good year so far, but I do want to end on a high. I don't want to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to, yeah, man. On my mind lately has just been just keep on creating, even
Mhm.
if you don't feel like it. Just make something, make a loop, make a melody, come back to it. I've
Yeah.
kind of been on that vibe recently. I just want to get into the habit of take a break when you need it, of course, but just create just to create. Do you know what I mean? With no, this is like a weird thing. Of course, I want to be intentional, but at the same time, I'm just trying to create just to create, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I just have loads of ideas sitting there for ready when I'm want to take it to a full track or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Makes
that's
sense.
just that towards the end of the year, I want to keep going, just keep making, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's funny at the end of every year, right, or at the start of every year, we always have these ideas like, all right, this year I'm going to do this and that and this, and we kind of set these goals. Some of them we'll stick to, but I always just find at the end of every year I look back and it's the same thing. It's just like keep putting videos out, keep working, different opportunities come up.
Mm-hmm.
You can never predict the full year like that. Sometimes
No.
you can have like a clear goal and you just really lock in and focus on that one goal, but I think what's worked for me personally anyway has just been what I've been doing. It's like keep putting the YouTube videos out, working on beats, working on kits, networking with people, going to different like places, trying to get in some sessions. It's like a little bit of everything just all kind of chips in to help the overall vision, doesn't it?
Yeah. But do you ever feel like towards the end of the year, as you get towards Christmas, you start to just like, oh, Christmas is coming, so
Oh yeah,
let's just
I'm in that
relax a little
already.
bit. You know what I mean?
I
I
know what
feel
you're
like for
saying.
myself anyway, towards the end of the year,
Yeah,
I usually start to relax a little bit. So
yeah,
and then my mind is always thinking, okay, in January I'm gonna hit it, but actually I don't want to super relax this time.
No, me neither. I think because I had a couple trips like recently as well. My mindset is to like stay locked in. But I never feel like I'm overworking anyway. I think because I do have like some guys that help out, like a video editor and obviously Heat with some marketing stuff. I never really feel overworked anymore compared
yeah,
to before where I was doing all that stuff myself. At that point, I used to get like quite drained, but now I feel like things are pretty steady. I always feel like I could do more, but at the same time, like things are working, so it's like, why stress yourself?
yeah, yeah. That's a good. I think that's a good point. Like everyone has that thing where I think when you on the come up, it's a bit different. You do need that kind of sort of grind mindset,
Yeah.
but at the same time, yeah, you don't need to go into the like fully go into the trenches to build
Hmm.
something solid in a relatively short amount of time. I see a few videos about guys not. I mean, we spoke about it last week about people saying, "Oh, I want to quit my job and just hope it works out in like 6 months." But it's like, oh, just keep your job, chip away at it for a couple of years. You know, invest some money into it, grow it, and then when it's reasonable to where you feel like, okay, now if I've got a little bit of momentum behind me, even though it's not making a full time income yet, and now I've got some momentum. If I do hit it hard, I feel like I can measurably take it full time. You know, then it's like, yeah, then do that. But yeah, this whole grind mindset where you're on working like I don't know, like 100-hour weeks or something stupid. It's like might work for a bit, but it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't lie, I do constantly feel like I'm not doing enough though. Even though I know everything's like cool, always in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I should be doing more. I should be like
mm.
making more loops or networking with more people or putting out more content or whatever it is. And I feel like I probably could do more if I tried a bit more.
Mm.
Do you two feel like that as well, or have you kind of gone past that?
Mm, I don't know. I'm kind of yes and kind of no
Hmm.
because sometimes I feel like there's no need to grind.
Yeah.
Work hard, of course. You know what I mean. But grind and sit there for, like you said, doing 100-hour weeks. I think it's just as effective as, you know what, I'm just gonna go for a walk and take a break and clear my mind and come back and just make
Yeah,
something better.
yeah. Because how many hours? 'Cause I mean, we've probably all been through that of doing super long days. But how many of those hours do you just sit and scroll or like
Watch a
just
YouTube video or
fuck it off?
something.
But yeah, in your head, you're like, I'm sat in front of my laptop, like I'm in grind mode.
Hmm.
It's like you're not. You just sat. You could be doing something more productive to break the day up and
Yeah,
spend time
I
here and
feel
there.
like
And,
you can use your time more wisely. There's other ways to. I mean, yeah, you can just work on the music and stuff, but what about working on other areas of your life that will
yeah,
affect
Yeah.
the music anyway?
yeah, for 100%.
It's probably like maybe for myself, but I know a lot of people. We look at other people's success and think they must be working non-stop because we always see the highlights of their lives where they're grinding. Like no one just uploads the story of them just like scrolling or watching a YouTube video. It's
Mm.
always I'm in the studio, I'm getting it. You know, everyone looks like they're constantly grinding, so it's easy to compare yourself to others and think I'm not doing enough. But
Mm.
really, everyone's going through the same shit. No one's working
It's not
100%
healthy.
of the time. There might be some people out there. I feel like Alex Homos, he's probably doing that shit, but he looked
Yeah,
a bit miserable also. So I
yeah,
feel like there's only certain people that are doing that, man.
yeah,
It is kind of, it can be unhealthy.
Yeah, I feel if you feel like you've got to grind, then fair enough, man. Maybe
Yeah.
there is a time and a place for that,
Hmm.
but I just don't know if grinding solves everything all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's your ideal
It's
lifestyle?
like a
You know?
yeah. For me anyway. It's like a yes and a no kind of thing. I don't even know if I'm explaining it properly.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I think it's just like, what do you want in life? Work towards it. Then you figure out, okay, maybe I didn't even want this, but I like this part of it. Okay, I'll keep that part, change all these other things, and then oh shit, and then and then you do the same thing. You just kind of go through that a bunch of times until it is actually you hit that point where like, okay, now I'm good. But even then, it still kind of changes over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fully.
Because like, I mean, rewind what 2020, yeah, 2020 onwards was, guys, like everything looked a lot different back then, like what we wanted in out of life and like where we wanted to take music and stuff. And now like Ocean's in EDM and house, you know, I'm like in mentorship stuff. You know, obviously you're in the not still in the drill space, but not as in there. You've like expanded into other stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
a
things
lot more.
change, man, that
Yeah,
you never expect. I feel like I've always done somewhat of a similar thing. I still don't really know what I want as the end goal.
yeah.
I don't know if you need to know what you want as the end goal.
Yeah, I don't think you do. No.
Fuck it, just live in the present and
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm just
keep
sort of
going.
enjoying the process at the moment.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's it. But yeah, even like,
I feel like we've waffled a little bit without giving like a definitive answer here, but
but there
Yeah, we
sometimes
never
go
that's
is
back
just
on
how
our
one.
it
word a
Yeah,
lot,
is.
don't we?
there never
We
is
always
one.
contradict each other or
Yeah,
ourselves even.
Yeah,
there's no answer. Like, I think I saw a video on
it's just figuring out your path, I guess, isn't it?
Hmm.
yeah, I saw a video on uh, what's his name? Someone do say he's like a fitness influencer. He's like an older guy, and
Greg
reacts
Doucette.
to all that stuff. Yeah, and he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
there was a video on Jeff Nippon and all that. They all give these definitive answers like, you need to do this type of exercise, this amount of
yeah. The
sets.
science dudes.
Yeah, and then and then he was comparing it to Chris Bumstead doing a workout, and the guy was asking him questions for each exercise, and he goes, every answer, he was like, well, it depends. Like, there's no clear cut answer because everything depends, like on whoever's lifestyle
Yeah,
you're catering it towards, whether they're on a deload or they're prepping for a competition or they're trying to bulk or lose weight or gain. You know what I mean? There's all these thousand other different factors, so there is no right or wrong answer.
Yeah,
It
man.
just all depends, you know.
Especially in music.
Oh
yeah.
Especially
man,
with
more
music.
than ever, yeah.
Everyone's got their own process and their way of doing things. Some people
Hmm.
don't create until they feel the inspiration. Some
Mm.
people are disciplined and are in it every single day and mine at it until they find an idea. Whatever works, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Like,
think
a
that's the
good
main thing
example is
people
like,
can take from it is literally just experiment and just see what's going to work for you because
yeah,
it is just different for everyone.
yeah, exactly.
Some people got to grind, some people don't got to grind
Mm.
and see the same results. Kind of just is
Hmm.
what it is.
Yeah, like I'd say not Ocean now, but like back in the day, our free workflows was fairly similar. But then we went to Germany and we worked with Gami, and his workflow was totally different. Like he'd just sit and
Yeah.
just tinker with
Record
stuff and
for
just
hours, wouldn't it?
yeah, just vibe
Yeah.
out for a while and then you're like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. Let me just roll with that, and then slowly gets built up over time. Whereas we just crank them out, you know, just chords, top melody, you know, bass line, drums done, you know, next one. So yeah, it's just all depends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So work hard, stay in school. And that's it.
yeah. But, it was a good episode. Like it was a
Hopefully they found it useful.
hopefully, man.
If you're listening, you find it somewhat useful.
Yeah. Sometimes when we talk, I think we might confuse people at times because we'll say something and then at the end we'll say, but at the same time, you know, and then we'll try to say the opposite
Yeah.
of what
There's
we've
always a
said.
counter. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very dual-sided.
Mm.
It's very Chris Bumpsteady. Maybe we should coin that phrase. Like, it depends.
Yeah, Chris Bumstead. Yeah,
Yeah.
just depends.
Because some people just have a lot of conviction when they speak and they're very like assertive with their beliefs and like this is what you should do. But I think all three of us have a similar mindset in the sense of there isn't like one thing that people should do.
Yeah,
There's
man.
so many
This is-
different
this is
ways, so it's
art
hard
at
to
the
give
end
a
of the day.
definitive answer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I agree.
yeah, that's it.
So take some bits from it, try some shit, see what works for you. Know when to pivot. If it's not working out, it means the advice hasn't been right in that moment, and then try something else. It's
Yeah.
literally that.
Yeah.
And to
that's it.
counter that,
Yeah, but you shouldn't do that because it depends.
to
No, I'm
counter
joking.
that, as Kanye says, it might not even be that you're not. It's not. What did he say again? He says like, it's not that I'm not right. I'm just not right now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Timing, bro. Timing. Just you might just have to stick with it a little bit longer until people catch up.
Yeah.
We've just brain fucked everyone.
So
Yeah.
basically, everyone is still in the exact same position.
Anyone who's been taking notes, it's like they wrote a line, crossed it out, wrote another one, crossed that out. They've just
Yeah.
got 10 lines all crossed out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So,
Cool. Should we leave
Man.
it there?
yeah.
Maybe
Cool.
next week we haven't talked about Black Friday and plugins and shit, but maybe we could do that next week because all the
Yeah.
sales and stuff might be live.
Yeah,
Sure, everyone wants to know
good idea.
what deals are looking good.
I wonder if Omnisphere will do a sale. Probably not.
Have they
And,
ever done
well, they
one?
never do.
Probably not. No. They'll probably just say it's Black Friday by Omnisphere. No discount,
And then everyone does.
and everyone
The
does.
50
Yeah.
videos made.
Yeah. I've seen a few videos. I've literally just seen one on Simon Sevilla saying why I didn't buy Omnisphere 3, and then it's like Bolo posted a video saying why he didn't buy it either.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I might watch that after we wrap. But yep.
Alright, it's probably
Cool.
a good point to end it anyway.
Sweet.
Appreciate you guys, man. Hopefully some bits helped you.
Peace.
Peace.